Here's a question. What do you know about Down syndrome? 21st March is World Down Syndrome Day. I will be talking to two parents that have children with Down syndrome, Monica Chamtanga and Frida Chishimba. Join me as I talk and discuss more issues to do with Down syndrome. This is My Community, a show that brings you closer to the hearts of our communities. Down syndrome is a genetic condition that a person is born with. In our communities across Zambia, some children are born with Down syndrome, not as a mistake, not as a burden, but as part of human diversity. Embracing Hearts and Minds organization has taken a proactive step in educating communities and creating awareness on Down syndrome.
Ngalibe kuyimvera hapo. Ndiye pamene amba kuti timvere hapa. Tifuna uziba chani chilengesa kuti matenda yazibwera vana vazibado nayo. Mchani
Down syndrome chani mfuapo chani mfuapo foni.
Ushaishiba.
Ngabona imvera hapo.
Mkwani. Sina imvera hapo, nikabeno imvera hapo.
Na imvera hapo ine. Ne jamene bangana pali baja bana. Bamene sibali bwino vija, bamene sibaenda, bamene sibaoneka vija.
As you have heard, many people have no information or lack knowledge about Down syndrome. Join me as I have a conversation with parents with children with Down syndrome. Thank you so much for having us in your place, and we're grateful that you've actually accepted to have this conversation with us surrounding Down syndrome. When did you discover that your child had Down syndrome?
Okay, pamena shita discover that nina mwana wa Down syndrome because mimba yanga inze ina ma complications. So I started bleeding at 4 months because mwana tikaenda ku scan yezo langiza mwana anapinda moka at 4 months, and a lot of doctors. So ninazunguruka ma hospitals. I started with Chilenje level 1 hospital and uza no mwana aichabebu but anapinda muka fast. Then I was not satisfied because I used to bleed, and you know my family is a meeting kana na ukambo bleed that fast. Mama ona for maybe uzankana na miscarriage. So kumvela hivyo ninabona nkala na maningi na manda. So from there I went to Skanze hospital. They did the scan. I was not satisfied na answers remains on pass. Till pamena enda pa Coptic hospital at 6 months. Then kwenzeli scan yameona bwa chita wa doctor. After scan ndiye ameona bwa news ati mwana amemunkala nayo nwa Down syndrome. Then wabwan funza ati muizi ba Down syndrome na bwana kana say Down syndrome sinizi. So from there mana bwa news atoke mukabwele pa Tuesday because pa hospital paja you book appointments. So pamana because wanabona mamena chitila react. I was not happy. Naenda kunyumba kuja bonse senzo hizi ba Down syndrome. Enzo zibati what Down syndrome maybe uzakankala na mwana chupuba, maybe sali normal. So from there I started naenda pa YouTube. I went on YouTube just to discover what Down syndrome is. How can a person have Down syndrome? So when I went to Coptic hospital, nje pamana boambo kuni chita cancer. Yes, padi mwana meaning kale vana wa Down syndrome. They have a meaning of life. Bama kula chebuno buino. Baba wanangiza kona bantu pa hospital, pa Medlands hospital atamangenesa ko bantu wa Down syndrome. How my family reacted, even them, svanazive what Down syndrome was. So nawe vanabwankala na my mixed emotions. Then venzonuza tizakamvela option ya mazaka kupasa because in other hospitals the advice was that mimba nchose. Yes, but I was not ready to settle for that. Then after mwana badwa napapila pa Levi. Yes, because the hospital that I booked for because the baby came early. She was born at 7 months. So my chance yenzo 7. So anabawa nchita refer pa Levi Mwanawasa. So when the baby was born, I didn't see the features that yamene zochita Google and the features the doctors told me about. But mukukula manje nje pametina batambuona ma features, oh kampuno kangono, short neck, the features, all the features my doctors amana bwanuza pakukula nje pametina batachita discovered saying mwana wanga hapa ni Down syndrome. Then from there I went to UTH. Ku UTH kuja nje pameona bwatachita ma thyroid test yana. So bantu wamewa bado na Down syndrome mama nkala na they are born with thyroid issues, so their thyroids are low. Yama nkala low ma thyroids.
Thyroid injan.
I think my doctors in Jewanga takes.
Here.
No. So they are born with low thyroid. Yes. So there's a certain medication that they take, that they give them at the hospital, that helps them to boost their thyroids. Yes. And then by then, ama thyroids yakwa naila, they are very, very low. And then she started taking those thyroids. They started her from 50, then from 50 up there, she's still on levothyroxine. But ama thyroid yalesa mkuba stable. Okay.
So what are some of the challenges that you face with regards to taking care of your child?
So the daily challenges, one, I'll talk about people when ukalandira bantu kubona mwana. Baza kuuzawe mwana oyu achedwa kuyenda, because they don't know. And you know, people, they'll come with that synthetic bama bwana ija emotion fulu bakumberera chifundo, not knowing exactly what Down syndrome is. Baza kuuza kono kazichitako hivi ine niliko na bawuchi doctor bali posha po mwana waso ukamtwale kuchechi umwana obakapola kabafye bwino. Yes, so those are the daily challenges that we face. But me personally, I've come to accept my daughter. Yes. Why? Because I don't see Down syndrome in her. I see her as my daughter and then the Down syndrome behind her. So that has helped me embrace and just teach other people about what Down syndrome is. All bantu bakabwera kuno nima bauza che awe why signed at her age, it's because mwana wanga na bado aso so chameshi malengesa kuti because mama so tonzi yake ya mankala week and ya makula according na space ya mewa kudi lap. But wana mama bado na Down syndrome, mama nkala na mama bado na ma heart issues. So mwana wanga na bado na tupunda tuvili kumtima. So that is normal to every child. Every child is born with a hole in the heart, but during the first time of life tuja tupunda tumavalika tuja. So eve na ila kulika punda kamiska na valiki. So kaja kuna eve kulimukora wa meti amamwa every day till day amaza kaenda ku operation. So she was supposed to be operated last year, but our hospitals, you know how Zambian hospitals are being operated, niku kutimaenda chabe timaenda kuma hospitals kuti we ask when she's going to be operated on. So that's the only challenge that she has.
How would you want families, schools, communities to support caregivers and people living with Down syndrome or just a child that has Down syndrome? How do you want the community to support?
Community mamefuniko tandizila ma families with Down syndrome, bana ba Down syndrome is they need to accept kuvomela bana, because a lot of in our country and in our communities maskuzi yambi yamema chita accept bana ba ma intellectual disabilities are few. So mzapeze kati maskuzi bakatika peleka mwana watu pa school, our child will be sidelined and she will be sent back to school. So if every school can introduce a class where children with Down syndrome can be included, meaning we are embracing, the schools and the community are helping. Then how the communities in homes out there is that when they found that there's a family that is having challenges in raising a child with Down syndrome. So afunika kuba tayirira because muma communities timamvera ati yo mwana wa Down syndrome muba namulowa family planning njena lengesa kuti bankale na mwana wa Down syndrome, or maybe God is punishing you for something that you did. So if we fight that stigma and kusebenzela pamoja, it's going to help a lot of people with Down syndrome to be heard.
Okay, so your message to a parent who has just discovered that her child has Down syndrome?
How caregivers should care for their children is that they need to accept one, because acceptance is going to determine everything about their child. Once they accept the child's condition, they're going to take interest in knowing more about their child, what Down syndrome comes with, what it brings, its milestones, its challenges, its advantages and disadvantages. So I'm encouraging all caregivers to take interest in their child and just accept the condition. Once they accept the condition, it becomes easy. And then, as the caregiver, you also need to take care of yourself. That's the first thing. Take care of your mental health, take care of yourself, love yourself and embrace yourself. So once it all happens from you as the mother, as the caregiver, so once you accept that God has blessed you with such a child, you accept and you embrace your child.
Okay, thank you so much, Monica. That has been very insightful, and I'm sure our viewers are going to have more information with regards to Down syndrome. Thank you so much. Hodi?
Nanga ndine Frida Kapembwa Chimba. Na mwana wa Down syndrome.
Chikuti mwana wana alina Down syndrome.
Mala toniuza kulevi. Nishana 3 months. Pano nabura naziba.
Ngape mwenze na mimba, mwenze kuna ma complications yali yonse olo sibana chite find out.
Pamenezi na mimba papeva nana niuza.
Mwenze muna imvera hapo Down syndrome mwana wana karibe bado.
We kange sinezweka kunzeru. Sina imverepo so nane chinangala cho ndabwisa. Kange mukuganiza so tistezo zana buno kuti tandauza chani. Tenzoona che so nezoganza peka mwana zambo museka kuti nchipuwa vija. Ukarabe na maganizo kuti kapena zamsunga bwanji, kapena saza kaenda, saza kakamba, unizongana na maganizo.
Okay.
Bamuna wanga nawo chinangala cho wadabwisa. Toa mwana wanga onika so na hivi siwezi kuziba. Nawo nabwanga na maganizo. Kana mama chama dabo amati achedwa kuenda, achedwa kukamba. So sitenzo kuza kuti ni amine situation ndeilengisa. Then pa first konzero wakamulangana che vantu zolangana ati achindwa kukamwe paper section wa makamba. Chindwa kuyenda manje denizikani chinaziva kudala vanhu kudala kulevi Mwezo wa mdabu abati aoneka simu Chinese aoneka kusia nako Nindi mavera bwino peza uyakamba ichi Imankondo ngala pena nguna maganizo. Tuwai mwana wanga muza so Bambiri wa maona kuwa makamba tiawe kapena mwana nkulowe wachabe. Wanamwika chaboro kapena kuwa family ku business. Kange nchikupevu mene uziwa so na mangana isha na maganizo.
Then health yake akula chemushe sadwala
ama dwala menso ni ama mvuta. Menso ama dwala menso.
Hospital wakamba bwanje.
Hospital anaanza badi kampeleke kuja kuwa menso. Uyutie charabonza badi muzimukonda, muzimusamalira bwino. Mukaona dwala mwamuleta ku kulevi. noti kumulangiza kumuzonda vija kumulangiza chikondi noti ku bantu kumusekaseka pamene alili ndafe kulizana bwamba bena nkomuseka yawo nabala mwana chilema vija ngana bwamba museka so kulevi na bwana ilimbisa yayi muzimukonda naye wa community ifuna wazimukonda mwanini musungira ine na family banga wazimulera mwanini mulelera ine because that yakule bwino.
As part of activities to mark World Down Syndrome Day on 21st March 2026, the organization visited Kulima Tower bus station, where they engaged bus drivers and members of the public. During the sensitization, some drivers shared personal experiences, revealing that they have children with Down syndrome and cerebral palsy, a moment that brought connection and understanding among the group. The drivers also called on fellow men to be supportive and not abandon their families due to a child's condition.
Encouragement, don't look back. Umwana bishamu sana bantu ubera abana neza so barabana ni blessing kuri lesa ore musunga buno umwana kulabe paro ikaramba sana rero ndisa mukongora bali yo muntu resunga umwana musango.
They stress that children living with disabilities deserve love, care and equal acceptance in society. As we end our show today, let us remember that difference is not a weakness. It is part of our shared humanity. Individuals living with Down syndrome are not defined by their condition, but by their abilities, dreams, and love. Let's continue to speak up, to include and create communities where no one is left behind. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Ruth Musakabantu with My Community, a show that brings you closer to the hearts of our communities.